let me give you a little background on my question. I had a very long career in IT and advanced electronic documents and print, and I ended up getting a second career at Ryerson University. I got drafted a couple of times by the LCS. One example, I was in a 5-week murder trial and I ended up teaching accessibility, but that's the digression. But TMU means a lot to me, and especially the GCM school, which is Graphic Communication Management. So I taught a bunch of courses there, and I proposed 4 years ago. I proposed a course to them, which was Client Communication Management, Intro to CCM, which it deals with advanced human communication. What's happening is print is being de-emphasized in human commerce and business in favor of other channels. In other words, mobile web, all these other medium that are starting to dominate business. So my course actually was an introduction to diversifying the GCM school. The GCM school is very heavily print oriented, so their enrollment's down 40%. They've got a faculty that's only print based. They're all print experts. But the reality of the world, as we know, that human communication is becoming multi-channel. It's got to be accessible, all these things. So, my course, I think, would help them. I'm debating whether to put a lot of effort into getting the course written. I can probably find them some money from vendors to do the course development fee. I can find contractors. I can find speakers. I might even be able to find cloud-based software solutions for this course. Like we could even turn it into a labless, completely virtual course. And I think it would be a lifeline to the school. But then they turn around this week and say, well, your course outline isn't terribly, what's the word? No, who would sign up for this course? We people would rather sign up for 3D printing. And I'm thinking, I'm competing with keychains. Like, so for me, do I put effort into this? Or, I don't want to come from a place of ego. I don't walk on water. I've learned from MBT. None of us walk on water, but I want to be a service, and I think this course would be really good. I think it'd be a cracker. To give you an example, Paul Abdul and I taught a 4 lecture series over Zoom in India at the COAT Polytechnic in Pune, India, and we got swamped. We had like 85 students a night online. So this kind of course, we've already dry run it. Would be but like the world needs it, humanity needs it because it's advanced human communication. So, I'm kind of stuck on that. Like, I think it's important to the LCS, but I don't want to come from a place of ego. Should I push getting this course developed, or I don't know. I don't know. I need your wisdom. I need your wisdom on this.
Okay. Well, you cannot push information to people who are not ready for it, because the only way that will work is if these people change and become ready for it. Yes. And you're not in a position to change those people. So that's true in all conversations, with people. If you're having a discussion on any subject about anything and you're talking over their head, which just means you're talking outside of their experience. Their experience limits them to a certain reality. And if you're talking about things that are outside of their experience, then they just can't comprehend. Even if they hear the words, they know what the words mean. It's not that they're stupid or whatever. It's just that it doesn't make sense to them. It's not, even if it's perfectly logical, they just can't compute because they don't get what you're trying to say. So you have to let that be. You can try to educate them, but if they're not ready for the idea, they're probably not ready for the education about the idea either. But the idea itself sounds very, very needed. It's a thing that we're in a very fast transition right now in our societies. We are moving at a speed that couldn't have even been imagined even 20 years ago or 30 years ago. Technology is moving. AI is changing the landscape everywhere and changing it fast. So we're in this transition period that is much faster than anything else in history has ever been, but it keeps speeding up. A long time back, the whole, all of our societies were agrarian, and things moved very, very slowly. Then we got to the Industrial Revolution and they started to pick up. And that was difficult for people. They were used to that agrarian slowness, and making a decision in less than 2 or 3 months was kind of a difficult thing. And now we're getting to the point that what did they say when the internet first started? Now we're on internet time. Well, that internet time is speeding up, and most people will lag behind it. Most people aren't on the forefront. A few people are up on the forefront, and you probably need to find those people. And those people will understand. And though they may not have the answers, they can imagine the problem. They can see that print no longer, it's too slow. It's too limited. People have very short attention spans now. They're not going to sit down and listen to 5 hours of lecture, to learn something. If they can't learn it in the first 15 minutes, they're going to click away. Whether they're sitting in the classroom and their click away just means they start thinking about other things and not paying attention, but they're going to click away because attention spans have gotten shorter and shorter. So that you need to speak to them in ways that they can get it and understand. So I'd say find the people. The product sounds very interesting and very needed, but you're going to have to find the audience that wants that product, that can understand the need for it, that's feeling the pain of not having it. They realize there's problems here. We're losing customers. We're losing connections. We don't really know who our customers are anymore. They're a different kind of breed of people. How do we change to keep up with that? And if they're aware of the problem, then you will be welcomed. If they're not aware of the problem, then, they won't understand what you're telling them. So I say it sounds like the product's good, but you need to either educate the people before you talk to them, which means make them understand. You can't make anybody understand, but help them understand what the problem is. Help them see where they're being squeezed. Help them see why, they're not doing as well as they used to do, and they don't seem as pertinent as they used to be. And if you can point that out to them, then maybe they'll see your solution. But until they see the problem, the solution is invisible.
Yeah, I agree with that assessment. Yeah, and my field, what I found in my field, all the people that the high end, they're not retiring, they're dying off. Like some of these technologies I've been involved in are some of the highest end technologies in that we have, like these CXM solutions. And this field is going to need talent. The human race is going to need talent into this field. So it's really frustrating, like, do I walk away from it? Do I, do a video? Do I try to represent it, represent it to the, I just don't know. Like,
Well, the one advice I could give you on that is put yourself in their position. See if you can see the world through their eyes. Make an attempt to go inside their heads, see the world from their eyes, see what they see, and be aware of what they don't see. Yeah. And see what it would take to bring them along to it, or take your products elsewhere. Maybe the world isn't quite ready yet. Maybe you can perfect your processes until the world is a little more ready. But I think you'll find some place to start, because there's little pockets of understanding and excellence everywhere. And you may just need to start there, and maybe the market will grow as people grow and their understanding grows. But I'd say work on it, keep doing it, because the more you think about it, the more you work on it, the better your own understanding of how you fit in and what your products do. The more you do it, the better you'll be at it. So I wouldn't get, yes, it's frustrating, but it could be you just need to change your approach and change maybe the people you're trying to approach. And when you start with something brand new, it's slow. It is frustrating. I've had these ideas about this being a virtual reality, computed by consciousness now for over 20 years.
Yep.
And it's just now starting to catch on because people have a hard time wrapping their mind around that concept. But every year now that goes by, it gets easier and easier to do. And as we have in the near future, we're going to have AIs creating virtual realities individually for people in conversation with a single player. The player and the AI are going to be in a conversation, and the AI is going to produce all the graphics, all the things that's going on, and it's going to be totally realistic. And suddenly you get to be live up front and personal with your own, imagination. And that imagination will turn into an out of body and will, anyway, you see, it's going to get simpler and simpler. So if I look 5 years into the future now, I see people saying, oh, this is a virtual reality? Geez, yeah, that makes sense. Why didn't we think of that before? Whereas 20 years ago, virtual reality, that's insane. Of course not. Couldn't possibly happen. So sometimes it's frustrating and you just have to wait until, the idea ripens.
So maybe what I need to do is I'll let this iteration of the course go down. We'll let the school suffer a little bit. We'll let the enrollment suffer a bit more, and then maybe come back with a newer presentation and say, hey, you really need to rethink, your mandate. This is a solution. This is a way out of the, this advanced human communication. Like we need it. The planet needs it. But so I'll
exactly. Yeah, give it a little time, and then you can go back and say, see these trends? Yeah. You see where they're leading? Pretty soon, you're going to disappear if you don't do something. And here's why it's disappearing. These are the forces at play now that weren't around when this company was started. These are the new forces at play that are making your numbers drop off like that. Now, what are you going to do about it? How are you going to move forward? How are you going to retool your business for what's coming? And if you kind of get into that space and they can see the numbers are dropping and they can't understand it, but now you can explain it to them,
yes, then
I think you'll have a customer.
Yeah, so I'm going to rethink it. So I appreciate your advice, Tom. Great advice, and I'm going to reapproach it, and we'll try a different tack. Yeah. Good stuff. Thank you.
Would you like to see a better world? Get a better perspective. Balance your intellect with intuition and explore your true nature with the Exploring Consciousness and Everything Paranormal program with Thomas Campbell. In this program, you will have the benefit of Tom's vast experience and learn to access point consciousness, communicate with the larger consciousness system, remote view, use your natural ability to heal with intent, and explore reality in the out-of-body state. His famous binaural beats are included. Details are in the description below. Thank you.